Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy Part 2. Fellas, can I just say the immaculate vibes of starting a video here? It's crazy, dude. There's so much I have to gush over this game, dude. It's like, it's weird. I play through this game casually, but there's so much to gush over it. And I'm probably going to do that for a fair bit of this Let's Play. So if you're somebody who has some Mario Galaxy slander and you're just waiting for this random small channel to, you know, share that same, I guess, like, that same hatred for the game, no, that's not happening. But fellas, in the last episode, we not only started the Let's Play, we did the prologue for the game, and now we're into the main portion of the game, where basically there's these several little, you have the main hub, which is the Comet Observatory, but then you have these smaller, like, world hubs, which basically house a couple different galaxies that you can go to. So the one we're in currently is the Terrace. We're in the Terrace currently, and the first galaxy that we have available to us is Good Egg Galaxy. This is definitely, when a lot of people think of a galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy, you know, obviously, I think people are going to think about this a lot. People will also think of, like, Gusty Garden, because Gusty Garden has amazing music. Oh my god, is the music amazing, bro. It is so good, and it has no right to be as good as it is, but, no, it's got an extremely good soundtrack. But, you know, a lot of people obviously think of this area, and, you know, rightfully so. Sorry, I had to get an itch on my ear. What a way to start the first galaxy. The good thing, by the way, is typically when, obviously this wasn't really something I experienced when we did something like, say, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, but, you know, proper pointer controls weren't really much of a thing I had, fellas, right? Proper pointer controls weren't really much of a thing that I had due to the fact that I was not using a motion-related controller. And that's fine, right? Like, at the end of the day, that's fine. I'm just, for some reason, racking up the star bits more than I probably need to. But, you know, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it made me have to use my pointer as the right stick. The good news is that because I am playing this on the Switch and I'm playing the 3D All-Stars version, you know, by the way, little shortcut there. I just thought I'd do it for the sake of being a little funny, but yeah, thankfully I'm using the Joy-Con grip right now with the two Joy-Cons connected to it, and I'm just kind of moving the whole controller for motion controls, which when you really think about how that works, man, that's no wonder that it makes me look very shaky. I also technically have, my dock is behind me. That's kind of the weird thing. My dock is behind me, so it's kind of, its motion is a little off, I would say. Here, I want to, like, get at least one of these. Yeah, because they give a lot of star bits. Star bits are going to be kind of important. Frick. Stop pushing me, dude. But yeah, if you can tell immediately, straight out of the gate, just from the vibes of how the level progression of this game works. I mean, of course, it's hard to say because this is our, you know, our first actual power star we're getting, right? And in the whole Let's Play. But if you notice, like, the structure is way more linear. I mean, Mario 64, I think, is going to be a good comparison more than anything, that this is just a very different game. This is a very different game in terms of how open the progression is. I mean, like, the world and the space between it feels so open, but the actual, like, we literally, okay, we gotta go here now. Okay, now we gotta go over here. Like, I know some people kind of give Galaxy a little bit of hate because in their mind, it, you know, it kind of started, and it kind of did. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it started this, like, trend for the 3D Mario games for a solid, like, 4 games straight, where basically the progression of the games were very linear and very level-based, and almost started to feel a little more based off of 2D Mario in a 3D Mario space, right? That was kind of what started happening, and Galaxy was where it really started. you know, after the Galaxy games, we got 3D Land, which I believe was actually made by the same devs of Galaxy, funny enough. I didn't know that. That's news to me. I know there's like a thing you can do here. I don't know why I'm focusing so much on this. We technically don't need to focus so hard on this, but you know, it's like, man, I gotta, let me do a little collecting, man. Let me just do a little progressing, okay, whatnot. But, you know, all around, like, I do think that, what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was going to say. Frick, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. Also, side note, just got to say this. There's so many things I want to say. There's so many things I want to say. You guys remember when I said we probably weren't going to get to do that many stars within the 20-minute time frame of videos? Yeah, I think I'm starting to notice that we're about 6 minutes in and we're, about to finish the first star. By the way, this is Dino Piranha. I'm going to tell you guys a little funny story about this boss. Well, it's not really a funny story. It's just more a story, period. I have always felt really bad for killing this boss. There's a variation of this boss that exists in Galaxy 2, right? There's a variation of this boss that exists in Galaxy 2 that is actually more baby than this Piranha, Dino Piranha. And I've always felt bad, man, because they're just kind of chilling in the egg and we're just, like, disturbing the peace, bro. Like, it's the same sort of way. I think I talked about this feeling in Mario 64, but I have the same sort of feeling about the Wiggler, right? The Wiggler that you fight in Tiny Huge Island, I have the same sort of feeling about fighting that thing, bro. Like, it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. But, like, man, I just feel bad. Okay, cool. First star of the episode. We're 7 minutes in. I think we could definitely get another star in. Crazy part. The crazy part is that we may actually, oh, they're going to make me do this. They're going to make me do this. So I think what they want me to do is they want me to, so I'm just going to, like, yeah, give me those, and then we're just gonna see. Keeping it stable can be hard, man. When you have the slightly shakiest of hands. I mean, it's weird. My hands are actually not even shaky, really. It's just, again, the motion sensing is so sensitive. But yeah. I don't know. Also, fellas, outside of the scope of this game, I haven't really given you guys any of my personal banter. I haven't done any of that yet, right? Fellas, I am doing quite well, if you were wondering. Just had me some protein waffles for breakfast. I bed-rotted way too much this morning. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. It's, you know, like, I got up eventually, right? We got up eventually. We do our things. You do what you got to do, right? But man, I bed rotted for far too long. And I knew it was like, it was weird, man. Because, listen, if you've ever gone through the bed rotting experience, which I'm sure most people in modern day have. Okay, let's not sit here and pretend like we haven't. See, I feel inclined to kill this thing again. I just want to get the star bits, man. I'm too collector's brain. It's like satisfying for my brain. But, you know, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Personal anecdote. Okay. Personal anecdote. Do I remember where I'm going? I do. You're supposed to go up here. Yes. Okay. But I have actually made even a little more progress on my Mario Kart DS retro achievement stuff. I believe as of right now, I have about, I want to say 30 achievements, and I'm actually about to be done getting all of the achievements related to getting the gold trophies in all CCs. I've unlocked Rob and Dry Bones. I mean, Dry Bones was a while ago. I don't know if I ever brought that up, but yeah, I unlocked them. Now, the real doozy, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys this straight up. The real doozy for me has been basically unlocking, hold on, okay, Snack of Cosmic Proportions. So star bits are going to be kind of important right now, like as an unironic thing, but I really think that, honestly, I thought I remember the DS, Mario Kart DS CPUs just being way more fair and way more balanced, and my God, was I wrong. They do, I think, rubber band to some extent. I don't think they're obviously as bad as, Mario Kart 64. Nothing will ever be as bad as Mario Kart 64 in that regard, man. I'm just going to go here and see what's... Oh, well, you have that stuff. Hold up. I missed one. Frick. That's okay. Listen, this game is not one of those games that you stress over missing the slightest stuff, man. I will tell you guys, too, when this game, I say when this game, when Retro Achievements gets Wii Achievements, right, which I've heard they're working on. I heard somebody say maybe it might even be at the tail end of this year, potentially might be what they're shooting for. I don't know for sure. That's 100% could just be entirely false. But if that is true, I know obviously, and I've seen, because there's already, okay, so the thing about Retro Achievements and how it works, there's already a page that exists for Mario Galaxy. There's not achievements on it yet, obviously, because in order to be able to, visibly put achievements on this stuff, they have to, be able to have access to the game's memory and all that, and, actually develop the, I guess, detection for doing the achievements, right? So you can't really put anything on there yet except a page, and there's these things, there's this concept of if there's like a game that is on Retro Achievements but doesn't have any achievements, people can do what's called a set request. And what a set request basically is requesting, you're putting in your word of, hey, I want there to be an achievement set for this game. You don't specifically put out any like specifics of what achievements you want or anything, but you simply just make it known that you would like, to see achievements for the game. Galaxy, if you could believe it, has a lot. Galaxy 2, I believe, also had a lot as well, and rightfully so. I imagine, though, that both games... Oh, God. Oh, I have to itch my ear. Okay. I think we're good now. Yeah, I can imagine both Galaxy games are going to be loaded, and I really do mean loaded with achievements, bro. And it makes sense to me, right? Like, it genuinely makes sense to me because I think, again, there's an aspect of it where, for Galaxy 1, obviously there's going to be less achievements. It's 120 stars, but I imagine they are going to make you get all 120 stars, right? I just imagine that's going to be a case. And possibly the same ordeal with Galaxy 2 as well, with the main difference being that Galaxy 2 has, God, what is it, 242 stars? That's a thing, man. Like, I think while Galaxy 2 is 100% a game, it's 100% a game that I'm going to end up Let's Playing here on the channel at some point. It's not, listen, as much as I'd like to sit here and say, oh, it's going to be right after Galaxy 1, right? No. It's not going to be right after Galaxy 1. Are you serious? Also, listen, I hate to break the immersion. I know what they want you to do here is to, collect the blue star chips, and then you get a pole star, right? I don't know how they didn't think about that. Like, you don't even need to add a spin onto that. You just long jump. You don't even need, like, a well-timed long jump. You just need a long jump, bro. Like, that is kind of wacky to me. Okay. That is star number, 3? Star number 3, I think. We have a new galaxy available to us. However, we are going to full clear through everything that we can do for Good Egg right now. We're gonna make sure we do all that stuff. So don't you worry. We're about 15 minutes into the video. So here's the thing, right? 20 minutes is typically going to be the time that I aim for these episodes, just like Donkey Kong 64. However, there's a very likely chance that we're going to push maybe 2 or 3 minutes past that a lot of the time. Because if we are at 15 minutes, I'm not going to magically stop because I know that we would go over 20 minutes. In my opinion, I think if we want this to at least get paced at a decent manner, bro, you gotta hustle a little. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind these episodes. They're not going to be 30-minute long episodes most of the time, right? But they are going to be, I guess, they're going to be, like, probably a little above 20 minutes most of the time, right? Sick little trick, by the way. I know, again, there are certain areas that you'd probably like to see me go through, yada, 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 but hey, listen, I just feel like cheesing it a little. Fun fact, you could see that little, if you saw that little green and gray thing in the corner, that is what a lot of people like to affectionately refer to as the DS planet. Now, it's very funny because this shows up in multiple galaxies. We call it the DS planet. It's not really a DS, obviously. It's not a DS, but the reason everyone calls it that is simply just because of the shape of the area. And all that area actually is, it is literally the underground-ish sub-areas that exist in a level. That is literally what those areas are. For some reason, they're just visible. They just made them visible. I don't know if I can, like... Yeah, you can see it over there. You can see it over there. This is just the underground sub-area. And I don't know. I think as a kid, it was so fascinating, trying to call it the DS planet and being like, oh my god, they put a DS reference. And, for me, dude, that was like... I nerded out about that a bunch as a kid. Because, it's... Bro, it's the DS. I love the DS. Again, I kind of said it in the first episode, but, like... My go-to two consoles were, oh, well, hey, maybe I should, like, bounce on your head instead of, trying to eagerly... Well, I could have done this, too. Yeah, Rainbow Mario's a thing. They called it Rainbow Mario in this game, which I think is quirky. I'd like to see them bring that terminology back, just for the quirkiness of it. Which, I don't know if the power-up ever actually had a proper name before. That's a thing you can do, and it's really nice for Starbit counts. I don't know what they ever actually officially called the Star Power-Up, and what they called Mario in the Star Power-Up form in past games, but to me, I'm just like, you know what, man? Rainbow Mario. Like, the Galaxy games have to be one of the few games where they really tried to stick a pin in, like, an idea for the name, right? And I kind of vibe with it, dude. Like, I low-key kind of vibe with it. I think Rainbow Mario goes crazy, all things considered. Dude, my tech's kind of crazy. Yeah, something you're also going to notice about Galaxy, by the way. If for some reason you've never played Galaxy, first of all, you should play it. Now, whether you'd prefer to watch me play it first and have that be your first kind of understanding of the game, that's a good way to do it so that you delay it and then you get both in one go. Whether you would prefer to have me be your first experience with the game, first of all, if that's the case, I'm honored. Don't want to, like, flaunt an ego or anything, but, like, I find it really cool when people are able to have their first exposure or their reasoning to finally getting around to playing a game that they've been told to play for ages being through a Let's Player. I think that's really cool, right? I think that is something that, to me, is a super cool concept. So, if people do that with my stuff, hey, that's freaking sick. But Galaxy is also one of those games, man, that I feel like if you want to get your first exposure to it, you gotta just play it, bro. I really think that's, like, the most ideal thing you can do. Because there is just something about this game, bro. I'm going to stop getting star bits and do that. By the way, should mention, this is the King Caliente boss. King Caliente's whole shtick is that he kind of throws these sort of fireballs at you. He also occasionally spawns these little blue fireball buddies, and then he throws this coconut at you that you have to counter with the spin attack 3 different times. He's one of the classic 3-phase boss extravagance, right? Extravagance? What does that even mean? What am I talking about? Real quick, I actually want to see if I can just get I don't know why. This is never something I do during my normal Let's Play. It's only when I'm like, or not my normal Let's Play, during my normal playthrough. It's just now that I'm Let's Playing the game, dude. It's like I gotta do it differently, which is fine. Hey, we have 12 lives, fellas. Honestly, I think we're chilling. This is one of those weird Mario games, though, where I do think when you reset the game, like if I was to restart my game right now, I do believe we'd be put back at 4 lives. I've never understood. Like, Mario 64, I kind of got it. Maybe. Maybe there was a reasoning. Why does Galaxy do that? Why does Galaxy do that? I don't understand it. It's kind of a quirk that I don't love about Galaxy, but it's like, it's such a minute complaint that I can't even really be, like, atrociously mad at it, right? I can't even be atrociously mad at it, so I digress. Nonetheless, fellas, hey, we made it to 21 minutes, so fellas, that's going to do it for this episode of Super Mario Galaxy. You know what? 4 stars in out of 120. Yeah, this Let's Play is going to take a while. This Let's Play is going to take a while, dude. We got 3 stars, though, I believe, this episode. And I would say that's a pretty good achievement, all things considered. Yeah, this is proving to be a very good and just chill, laid-back Let's Play. I don't have to use my brain that much. It's really more of just I experience this game again that, has really, I mean, it shaped my childhood love for video games a lot as a kid. And while doing it, I get to ramble to you guys about stupid stuff like retro achievements or, hey guys, the weather's kind of bad. I don't know. That's the appeal to these Let's Plays for me. So nonetheless, this is going to be, I think, one of the biggest. Oh no. It's going to be one of the biggest examples of a game that I can do that with. This is going to be one of those Let's Plays where I just shut my brain off and just yap to you guys for 20 minutes an episode. So hope you guys are ready for that, for however long this Let's Play is. But fellas, I'm going to go ahead and hop up on out of here. Fellas, if you enjoyed this video, maybe like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you fellas in the next video. Bye-bye, guys!